Welcome to the Puck Drops Here podcast. I'm your host, John Crawford, along with my brother, Howie, here for episode number, what are we on, 24 now of this season.
I thought it was 30-something.
No, 24. But we have, this is, I think this is our 90th episode. So our 100th.
Last week you mentioned something about our 100th.
It's coming, and we have to have some big plans. So start thinking about it. Maybe we can get a World Team Tennis star.
That'd be sweet, wouldn't it?
So what have you been up to this week? I haven't talked to you in a while.
Still looking for work, and
I see you're still in the same place.
yeah, I haven't heard anything as far as going on with this whole mortgage situation or anything. So
right. Well,
no clue.
We did have that poll out there.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. We did have a poll.
Hang on, I want to write these down.
Okay. So
there were some write-ins.
Right. So over the week, we had put a poll out there for you guys to help Howie decide where to move. And the decisions on the choices on the poll was St. Louis, Missouri, St. Paul, Minnesota, and then a write-in.
Well, and then there was also stay where I'm at.
Oh, yeah, and a stay where I'm at, which you got no votes for, by the way.
Okay, good, because I was going to say,
if there was a way
to track that, because I was going to say if there's a way to track down who voted, we'd have to ban them from the show.
Okay, so a very large percentage, and we're talking about over 400 votes here.
Okay, so Cali is 0.
Yeah, and I don't have the official numbers for you, just by large percentages. The biggest percentage, and I would say at least over 90%, say
really?
St. Paul, Minnesota.
Okay, so St. Paul is my winner.
Yeah, that's your clear winner.
Okay.
You only had a few that showed up for St. Louis, Missouri.
Like, what do you mean by?
I don't have the official counts. I'd say maybe.
What's it show on there? Just like a line bar or something?
No, there's actual numbers, but the list was so long I didn't go through and actually do.
Okay.
I'd say 3 or 4%.
Okay.
And then the last percentage were write-ins.
Okay. Oh, okay. So it was like 97% St. Paul.
Right.
Well, no, actually less than that because the write-in. So
right. So you had a couple that said Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah. You had a couple more, like 3 or 4 that said New York.
Oh God, no.
You did have a San Francisco.
What? The hell would I go to San Francisco for?
Yeah. And you did have a Vancouver, British Columbia.
Okay, that one's interesting only because when we had first moved to Minnesota, that was one of my cities I was researching.
Right. Okay.
So that one's interesting. Who the hell wrote San Francisco, and why would the hell I go there?
I know it. But my favorite one, and I think is the winner, is the one write-in for a place that is fairly famous on television.
What's that?
where you would find the skipper in Marianne.
Gilligan's Island?
Yeah. I think you should move there. It's only a 3-hour tour.
Right,
isn't
but
it?
there's two flaws with that one though. One, there's no NHL franchise.
But it's only 3-hour tour. That in that you said it has to be within 350 miles or so. That's 3 hours.
Yeah, that's true. But that's in that tropical zone.
Oh. So it's too hot.
Yeah, because remember I was saying I'd have kind of that line straight across, which would run across like Kansas City, St. Louis.
Right. I got you.
So it would be too tropic.
I got you.
And there's no satellite feed there either. I wouldn't have any phone coverage.
Oh, you could make something.
But I like the idea of the isolation part of it.
Well, it would be like living. You'd have fans there, like Florida Panther has. Florida Panthers, all their fans.
That's true.
Be empty.
That's true. I think the worst one on this thing is San Francisco.
Yeah, I don't know.
Where did that come from?
I don't know. So hockey news, Howie. What do you got?
I don't really have much, to be honest. I don't really have anything other than I'm wondering, going through the things, I'm seeing these stories with Florida Panthers and stuff, and seeing that there's still their crowds. No one's still going,
Right.
Which I still stick to my theory is that their games are just played too late for the general crowd that's in that part of the country.
Right.
So 7:30 is just too late.
Right.
Everyone's asleep. But I'm wondering though, if what crowd is there, what percentage is actually real people, and the other half is CGI.
A CGI crowd. So they're playing like in a with a giant green
screen arena.
Right.
So that and yet even with green screen crowd, CGI crowd, they're still only ranked 25th in the league in attendance.
Right. And didn't you have a picture of the crowd? This is how you figured it out. You had a picture.
This is how I figured out, because I zoomed in. I pulled up the picture of the crowd and I zoomed in on them to see what it was, and
Right.
This is what I noticed what they were.
Right. They were just minions.
So I don't know.
Well, let's see. I had the Dennis Weidman thing.
Yeah.
Since we were last on, last week we showed the hit, and we were kind of waiting to see what his penalty would be. And he got 20 games.
Okay.
So, I mean, when you heard that, I mean, what did you think? Do you think he should have been out longer?
Well, I don't know, because I mean, like I said, I mean, it's hard to really say whether it was intentional or not. But I mean, I could understand they have to do something.
It looked very intentional to me.
Yes and no, because I still wonder where his mind was.
Well, and that's the other thing too that it kind of comes up is that he's claiming that he was like woozy and everything. So where are these people that I mean, if he had a concussion or got hit that hard, shouldn't they have pulled him out? I mean, he played the rest of the game.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it brings up some questions on how they handle players that get hit that hard or may have a concussion or...
Yeah, I don't know.
And then since our last show, we had the All-Star weekend, which, we went round and round with this celebrity coaches and all that thing. But
Right.
I was pleasantly surprised with the whole thing. It really didn't have a. It really didn't do anything towards the game, and the games were very entertaining, I thought, especially the last one.
I didn't see any of them because I don't have TV, so I can't
All right.
do
But
any of
I
it.
was pleasantly surprised. The coaches really didn't have anything. They were just kind of there. They didn't do anything
Well, I
weird with
don't. I
it.
mean, because of that, I don't understand why they even had them there if they're not going to do anything. What's the point? Unless they had plans for him, and because they got slammed with ridicule right away, they backed off from doing whatever they had planned.
It's very possible. So I think with keeping with the theme of celebrity coaches, we have a celebrity co-host today.
That we do.
Yes, we do. Do you want to introduce him?
Yeah. Just I did find. Yeah. See, here's your normal crowd for
You're
a
still
Florida
on the
Panthers
crowd
game.
thing.
So this is what I'm saying. It's just too late. The games are just played too late.
Yeah. All right, Howie. Who is our celebrity co-host for this week? Going with the
So
theme?
here's a close up one from behind the glass.
Okay, Howie.
Our celebrity co-host, which will get the same reaction of the celebrities that participated in the NHL All-Star game. People will just be like, "Who the hell is this guy?"
Yeah. Yeah.
We know.
Yeah. Yeah, we know who it is.
We know who it is. But no, he is a jazz musician. He currently resides in the great state of Minnesota, and the way we know him is that many moons ago, our mother, for additional income, rented out rooms in the house that we lived in, and this gentleman resided there for a time. And we would like to welcome to the Puck Drops here, Mr. Andy Kotz.
Hey, Andy.
Andy.
Welcome to the show.
Hey.
Hey. And, yeah, big Detroit
Yeah, we
Red
had
Wings
some,
fan.
uh,
And
Red-
he did play some street hockey with us when we played hockey back then.
That he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was kind of like our enforcer.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was. Well, I don't want to say he was our Jerry Korab. That's
No, you can't.
I was the Joey Coaster,
There you go.
or at least I wanted to be.
Yeah. So, Andy, all these years, we finally hook up. Well, what have you been doing? I know you've been into your music stuff.
You remember back in the day, I had that room rented out, and I had
Yep.
my guitars and my amps, and I was
Yeah.
in there plugged away and practicing, and
Yeah.
it led to a music career that started in California, and ultimately I landed in Minnesota after I had married a girl I met out in California, but she was from Minnesota.
Ah.
So now I'm in Minnesota, but now instead of being a guitar player for hire, which I was when I was in LA, and I toured with recording artists and everything, and recorded, produced records and stuff, I now just write music for TV and film and advertising and anything else that I can get to pay me.
Well,
very
it's,
cool.
I know it's pretty sweet, man. I look at your website and I listen to some of the stuff on there, and it's pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah, so
pretty sweet.
I have two websites. I had the andykotz.com website, which was featuring me as an artist, as a guitar player, doing the jazz that you mentioned. But
Yeah.
I kind of morphed more into composing because my sister is a filmmaker, and she kind of borrowed me to be her composer. You know, do little in-house productions to save money, and not pay, and not have to pay a composer. But no, she always paid, and she basically, I did it as a favor, and then next thing I know, I'm in love with this kind of thing, and
it's amazing. Yeah, and that's the site I'm on, the AK Music Production site.
Yes.
Where you have all those little things. You know, gosh, you do it for games and TV shows and movies and
we'll put,
name it.
We'll put a link up to it.
Yeah,
Thank
definitely.
You. It's awesome.
That's amazing. And but have you been? I see you got your Red Wings jersey on.
Yeah, I put it on because you got things on.
So you're still kind of following them.
Yep. And the last time I remember, Howie was wearing his Edmonton Oilers jersey as he was falling backward into the net.
Gosh, that was a long time ago.
I think if I wore that jersey now, it'd probably fit just my arm.
And his little Edmonton Oiler drip mask.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was classic.
That I still have. Actually, that's here.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think it's in Bryn's room.
Oh.
It's sitting in there. But yeah, it's.
Was that a home painted mask? I can.
Oh yeah.
Actually,
I vaguely remember it.
Oh yeah, it was home painted. I think I painted it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was our. He didn't want it just plain white, which it was when we got it over at Lee's Skate Shop.
You got the Friday the 13th mask hanging behind you there.
Lee's Skate Shop, where you could walk and still beat public transportation there.
Yeah.
No, there it is.
There it is. Look at.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Oh, that brings back memories.
And what amazes me, though, even after all these years, the little Oiler stickers are still on the helmet.
Oh, wow, it is. Look at that.
On both sides. They're still there.
That's amazing.
Well, look. Let me show you this.
The padding is pretty gross, though.
Yeah, look at that. It's still the original pad. Look at. He's got his helmet
wow,
still.
Hey.
Oh, yeah. Is that the one?
The foam inside's falling apart and falling all dried up and crusty, and it hurts on. It's all the foam is like concrete.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I dug it out. That one day that you guys found me, and I ended up taking pictures of myself and sending them to you, just to show you what I had, the monster I had become.
Yeah. And this stick is still the original stick. It's my original Coho. About all I got left. My original stuff. Well, I still got my gloves and stuff.
I still got my CCM. It's in the garage up on a rack. It's holding my fishing poles up. You know, we fish here in Minnesota.
So I miss that. I miss the ice. You go ice fishing?
I used to go religiously, but I haven't done any fishing in at least 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I've gone ice fishing a few times. I love that. It's fun.
Well, Howie, if you move back there, then you've got somebody to go fishing with.
No, I'll just give you all my crap.
No, because I'm not going to go out that often. But no, I know from you. You live in the northwestern part, right?
Right. Yeah. Yep. Right smack in the middle between St. Cloud and Minneapolis.
Yeah. So yeah, he was a good distance from where I was down in Cottage Grove, because I was down the southeast.
You know, the hilarious part is that a good distance is only an hour away. Not like in California, where you can literally be 40 minutes away and it'll take you 3 hours to get there.
Got you.
Right. Well, it's just like Brendan had to move out of here because of the distance from driving where we are down to his job in Orange County, which, if there was no traffic, would only take you, maybe 30 minutes?
Right.
But because of where we are, and you have to deal with the 91, his commute turns into like 2.5 hours.
Yes.
So he moved, and now he's living down there.
I'd be quicker to go to the Ontario airport and fly into Orange County.
Probably.
Cheaper too.
Yeah, it would be cheaper. Oh, he was spending it one time because one of the reasons he moved down there was 1 month he spent almost between $700 in gas in 1 month.
Yeah, I
That's
believe
nuts. That's nuts. So, Andy, are you following any hockey at this time? I mean, do you follow any, like, either minor league hockey or do you go to any of the Wild games or?
No, I haven't. I haven't gone to a Wild game since I've had my son, and I've attempted to, and he hasn't shown interest in ice hockey. I
Really?
mean, I wanted to. He briefly had a desire to be a goalie, and so I started to slowly put together some equipment for him. But then he just morphed right into basketball, and now he's a. And I think that's okay because I'm looking up at him now, and he's 12 years old. So
I
Wow.
think it's okay.
Wow, how tall is he?
well, I'm 5'8", and I'm looking straight in the eye, if not up at him.
Wow.
Yeah, as a 12-year-old, I think he's well on his way to a basketball career.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I say. Brendan got into hockey really young. He ended up being he played for the high school out here, which ended up they don't have ice, but they have roller hockey.
Right.
Where he ended up playing, I think one and a half seasons as a goalie, and then another 2 seasons as a forward.
All right.
But he holds some of the school records though for wins and goals, and he was also the team goon.
All right. You want to get into the standings now?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's go jump into the standings here real quick.
All right. Let's start in the East.
You have the standings up there in front of you, Andy, by chance?
No, but I can.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you want to, as we roll through these, if you have any comments about these teams, just jump in.
Yeah. Do so.
That's generally That's generally what we do if we have something to say about where someone's.
So starting in the East again in the Atlantic, Florida leads that division with 67 points. They're a plus 33 goal differential. Huh? I just don't understand that whole attendance thing because they're tearing this up. Followed by Tampa Bay.
I still think it's CGI.
Followed by Tampa Bay with 60 and Boston with 60. And then Andy's Detroit Red Wings with 58 points. They're not out of it by no means, sitting in fourth.
-7 goal differential. That's sad.
Yeah.
Where has the scoring gone?
Now, if they make the playoffs this year, this will be their 20th or 21st consecutive year being in the playoffs.
Oh gosh, it's up there.
It's one of the two because I remember them bringing that up before, but I don't remember if it was the 20th last year or if this year would be the 20th.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I was thinking it was going to be the 22nd, but I could be.
Yeah,
obviously.
And they're on a little slump right now. They're only 4-5-1 in their last 10. But they're by no means out of this. Montreal has slipped quite a bit though. Sitting at 52 points. Look at their last 10.
Yeah, but then I forgot Price has been out though too.
Yeah, he has. Yep. Then Ottawa at 52 and Toronto 47 and Buffalo with 47. Then in the Metropolitan, we've got Washington on top with 76 points. The Rangers with 61. Islanders 58. New Jersey 58. Pittsburgh at 57. This is so tight. Philadelphia and Carolina at 54 and Columbus at 45. Very tight division.
Yeah, I mean, for that division, I think the 3 teams that are the biggest surprise to me are New Jersey, Philadelphia, and Carolina. That they're even still in there. I mean, it's just. I mean, to think, especially Carolina, to think they're still in a hunt for a playoff spot.
Right. Well, I think Columbus is the biggest surprise to me.
Well, yeah, that one. I mean, I expect them to finish way higher. I don't know what their funk is.
Yeah, they just never got it going, and I don't know if they're going to get any momentum at this point. They're just kind of surviving where they are right now. They're minus 33 goal differential.
I don't get it. I just don't get it.
It's terrible.
That's going to hurt you a little.
Oh yeah. And
Maybe they're waiting for the World Tennis season to start.
Maybe, but they at the beginning of the season, Andy, we had picked them to be really high. They were so stacked with stars on their team. They're really great on paper.
Are they injury prone?
No. See, and that was their issue last year, because last year, I mean, it was one injury after another. I mean, they were slammed with it. This year, they're healthy.
Yeah.
But I can't figure out
what they are. They just have no identity.
Lack of team chemistry.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
They're a mystery.
Because I think I had them either finishing third or finishing in one of the two wild card spots.
Right.
I'm looking at these standings here, trying to get caught up, and I'm seeing that the Metropolitan, the Central, and the Pacific all have the teams you expect, and that Atlantic, it just blows my mind that you see two Florida teams on top.
Isn't that weird? Yeah.
It just doesn't look right. I mean, I'm glad for them, because I mean the NHL had the franchises there for a long time and they struggled, but that just doesn't look right.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
And how do you survive with minions? They stay afloat.
I don't understand. Well, I don't know.
See a minion in a jersey or with a banner or with a glass of beer or anything.
Part of what I think the problem is, I think it was either last week, the week before I brought this up. I think part of their problem is that their games are just too late, because that community down there is all retirees and they're in bed by 5, 6 o'clock.
They're too old.
Yeah. On Canada time, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that and then of course you're not going to get the Cubans to watch ice hockey.
Yeah.
I mean, they're down in Miami.
Yep.
I was at Amalie and this not too long ago, and I drove past it because we were vacationing down there in St. Pete, so we went past Tampa Bay 10, 15 times, and I saw a lot of young people in the city and stuff, and they got good following there. So I don't understand how a team could be in first place and playing with an empty arena.
It's really strange looking.
That's going to be a team moving pretty soon.
Yeah.
And anyone will take a winner.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, so let's get back.
Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah.
Seattle's still in the running. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Is it?
And I still think I will not be surprised if Arizona's gone, if not this year, next year.
You said that the first year.
Yeah, no, but I'm still
every year.
Well, because,
Arizona's gone.
Now, well, no, because they're still having a dispute over the arena now.
Yeah.
Because they're supposed to be moving to that. They're trying to get the deal worked out to move them downtown.
Right.
But they have fan base, right?
They have a fan base.
Yeah, they don't use CGI down there. I've been there in that. Well,
what do they average for attendance?
Well, the game I went to, the game that Brendan and I went to when we went there, it was probably, I would say, it felt like 50-50 or 60-40 Minnesota fans in favor of Minnesota fans.
Well, yeah, transplants.
I think, a lot of them are transplants down that way. So I don't know how strong they actually have of a sole Arizona fan base.
Right. All right, Howie.
The
West.
To the West and the Central, starting with Chicago's up on top there, 74 points, which is, I guess, no surprise really, but followed by Dallas with 71 points, St. Louis is 66, Colorado 58, Nashville 56. Finally, my Minnesota Wild down with 55 points, and Winnipeg with 47.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with my Wild. They're just slumping big time. I mean, their last 10, they're 1-8-1 right now. It's just not looking good.
Yeah.
I don't know what their problem is, but they're still on the plus side in their goal differential.
That is correct. Yes, they are. They just need to get out of this slump because they're going to be running out of time here.
Yeah, they're
Chicago and Dallas keep pulling away.
Yeah, and their schedule upcoming is going to be tough because I know they got Washington, St. Louis, Boston.
Right. You were mentioning that last week, how tough this week is going to be.
Yeah, this whole month is going to be tough.
Yeah.
Going into the Pacific, Kings are still leading that division with 65 points, followed by San Jose with 58.
And San Jose's been hot lately.
They're
playing good hockey.
Yeah, they're 7-1-2 in their last 10.
Yep.
Then followed in third with by Anaheim with 55 points, Arizona by 54, Vancouver 52, Calgary and Edmonton both at 47 points.
Yep.
So and that LA and San Jose are the only teams in that whole division with a plus goal differential.
Mm-hmm. But Anaheim's playing better right now. I mean, and
I still want to watch Edmonton too now that McDavid's back.
Yeah. So that's the standings, and that's where we're at. All right, how you got?
I'm looking at the attendance, and God, I'm surprised they got some teams down here. Okay, your Florida Panthers are 25th in attendance, right? With New Jersey, Columbus, Islanders, Arizona, and Carolina on the bottom. I could see Carolina. I'm surprised Arizona's getting 13,187 a game. But I don't get the New Jersey Devils and the New York Islanders being at the bottom. But I guess they're just tired of losing, huh, fans?
Yeah.
I don't get. I mean, the whole Arizona thing. Part of that. Now, I just wonder how much of that number is actually Arizona fans.
Right.
Oh, right. Well, that's true. That's true because
part of that number is fans for the other team, a large number.
Right. Yep, because it doesn't say they're season ticket holders.
See, and that would be an interesting number to see. Is the total of number of season ticket holders for each team?
Yeah,
that would be an interesting number.
And I'm sure you can get that out there somewhere.
That would be an indicator of fan base.
Yeah.
A good indicator.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up here. Andy, thanks for coming on to the show today. It was fun. And everybody, you check out his website at www.akmusicproductions.com. That's pretty sweet. If you need any music, that's where you go. So thank you all for listening.
And I'd like to thank those two who participated in the poll as far as to where I'm going to move.
Yeah.
I can assure you, though, San Francisco is not one that we will be going to.
So check out our website at www.puckdropshere.com. Email us at Jon and Howie at thepuckdropshere.com. Send us a tweet, like us on Facebook. Also, we are on Hockey Talk Radio, where you can listen to us and many other hockey-related programs 24/7. That's at hockeytalkradio.us. So with that, we will see you all next week, and we bid you all adieu.
Auf Wiedersehen.
See ya, boys.